Well, folks, we're about ready to visit the shack of kg6nh, Renato, in Torrance, California. Oh, wow, what do we have here?
Welcome, David. How are you?
Fantastic, Renato. I'm very much impressed with what I've seen so far here this morning.
Well,
Very much.
Well, I am very pleased that you came to visit my home and the radio shack and have a nice visit.
Well, it certainly is a unique place. You know,
Thank you.
much of what we've seen here today in Renato's QTH is much of his own doing. Very little as built in this house remains. It's all been modified and improved. So, Renato, would you give us a grand tour of your radio station?
Well, I will try. You know, I started with a very small one some time ago.
Oh,
And,
wow.
of course, later on when I heard about the spam in that convention that we have in San Diego, I decided to go on the air using AM. So I transformed a piece of equipment that I think I have it right over here, a little one, that bike, an Invader. So I made the change. And later on I built some more stuff. I built the linear over here with the pair of two 500.
Let's see if we can get a close-up of that linear, Renato.
That's a linear. And then after that,
that has a pair of what now?
3-500 Zulus.
Well, it looks like a commercially manufactured product with those meters set in there in precision,
Right.
as an engineer would do.
And after that, of course, the power supply that feeds the linear is over here.
Let me see if I get some more light on this thing here.
Very small.
Let's see if we get some more light in here. Can't get any more. Here's some more light. And that's the power supply for
That's the
linear.
power supply, just to feed only the linear.
Wow.
Now the linear being driven by the ICOM 745 on a CW mode.
And that puts out what, about 25?
Yeah, I need about
30
25 watts
Uh-huh.
to drive the linear up to full output. The modulator now is right next to my right.
Oh,
And
that's
this-
the modulator.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is the modulator itself,
Ah.
and this is the power supply for the modulator.
Uh-huh.
It's independent.
And what do you have in the modulator?
In the modulator, I have two tubes, 3-500 Zulus.
Can we open that top and take a look
yeah,
at
I
it?
don't think you will see too much because
let's see what
this is the gadget. You know, the two tubes over here, and the
Oh,
input
wow.
transformer is flat. It's another transformer.
Yeah.
So and the blower over here. So there's not very much of it here, but it's a lot of power.
I wish you could
actually.
see inside of there, folks. He not only has the tubes in there. What are those cylinders? Are those plastic or glass?
Which one? This cylinder
Oh,
over here?
you cut those off. Those were
yeah,
jars.
Yeah, I cut them.
Those were pickle jars before.
That's right.
Yeah, I remember you telling us about. Why not?
Why not?
Pickle jars for the cooling.
Inside of the chassis is pressurized. You know,
Yes.
I don't blow the air just across it tube. I blow the air through the socket. That's how it should be.
Yes.
You know. The modulator now, this is the power supply. It also is homemade too. And I have a collection of items on this side. Let me see if I can move it a little bit. I think this power supply is simpler than the other one. The other one has a lot of controls. Well, kind of difficult to see. I think we better bypass it.
Yes.
Anyway, the audio for the modulator comes from an old one amplifier that I built maybe about 25 years ago.
Oh yes, I can tell by the type of finish.
That's right.
It's old type.
And my little console over here is the one I use.
Oh, that's a preamp.
That's the preamp. It's the
very
microphone
nice.
preamp with the meter.
Oh, is that
and,
solid state? Perhaps?
This is a solid state.
Oh, very good.
Right. And the microphone that I built, the
Oh, wow.
microphone, this is what I built.
Gee, that is a homemade. My
Homemade
gosh, it looks
microphone.
professional.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, let me get focused in on that. Isn't it beautiful? And that, of course, is like all ribbon microphones, has a figure-8 pattern.
Yeah,
You can
that's
get on the
right.
other side,
Both sides for interviews.
as long as you're not talking at the same level at the same pitch, so you don't cancel out one another. That's not
good.
likely to happen.
Yeah. It was a,
Fantastic.
it was a very interesting project because, first of all, I failed several times, until every time I get closer and closer and closer until that was the end.
Have you done any swept response
No, I haven't.
tests on the mic?
No, not really.
How's the from what you hear? Where does it seem to roll off at?
The frequency.
Yes.
Yeah, I did run some tests. I think 5, 6, or 8 kilohertz is start going down.
Uh-huh. But in its range, it's very smooth.
Very smooth, yeah.
Very smooth. Wow.
In addition to this, what I also have, I like to, when I am talking, I am on the air, I like to see the pattern.
Oh, I got one of those.
Yeah, so it's very useful.
Yes.
And also I have another instrument that I designed over here, is this one, is to measure the sort of a percentage modulation.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, this is a very useful little instrument over here. So I have all this control to, find out how I am going out on the air.
And the power meter beneath it there, I guess.
Yeah, this is the power meter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that means peaks.
Uh-huh.
Peaks.
And a D104.
The D104 I use it for single assignment.
Whoops, 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 whoops. At least you're honest, Renato.
Yeah, that's
No clandestine operations here. And what kind of awards do we have over here? Can you tell me about what we have here?
Really, I don't know the other words, but
What's this wireless room?
oh, that one when I operated the Queen Mary.
Oh, you were a guest over there one
Yeah,
day.
that's right. And then, so this.
And next to that we have
the amateur extra class coming
very
from
good.
the American Radio League.
fantastic.
And that when I attended some of this, the Royal Order of the Wolfgang.
The Wolfgang.
You
Oh,
remember that?
yes, of course.
Yeah.
And next to that,
I think the other
the
one is
old time rag chewers.
club, yeah. And the
Oh,
other one is volunteer examiner for the American Radio League.
oh, you're one of those guys.
Yeah. So.
Are you still active doing that? Takes a lot of time.
Yes, I do once, every 3 months I attend one session.
And what's this other one? A radio station of?
Oh, this was
Renato.
my daughter-in-law. She embroidered that.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
How sweet.
And here I keep both times, the GMT time or
Yes.
the Zulu time and the local time.
How impressive.
They are 24-hour clocks, so it's
Wow.
easy for me.
This
Especially
is,
when I talk to Argentina, I like to. We usually use this kind of time.
you're like the voice of America when you talk to Argentina with those
Yeah.
clocks.
And of course, when
Yes.
the big transmitter goes in the air, the.
Oh,
I
hey,
have
on
a
the
little
air.
sign over there on the air.
Very good.
Now the receiver now, the one I use right now for the AM is this particular Collins one, 75S.
And what sort of a crystal filter do you have for the AM mode?
For the AM mode, at the present time, I think it's in the way they came.
Uh-huh.
You have a sort of a wide band actually, but right now I just procured a mechanical filter, a
What-
Collins mechanical
What's
filter.
the what's
So
the
the bandwidth with this one
yeah
is 4 kilohertz.
4? Oh, that'll be a
4
great
kilohertz.
improvement, won't it?
Yeah, so I'm going to install it as soon as I find some time.
Sure.
So I just received them the other day.
And we can also check on the Duvetta over here. We can see what the barometric pressure is, perhaps. Duvetta.
As you can see, the barometric pressure have the. Oh, it's improving right now. No, it has been falling actually.
Today, could we say Duvetta ist dunkel?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. And here we have a scope presentation. Well, let me fade out here for a moment if I can find the fade button. And